Hi, friend.
Hi, friend. Are you ready?
Ready for what?
To level up.
Okay, girl, let's get started. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Level Up with Raman and Alysha.
On today's episode, we have asked our friends to come up with questions to ask us so you guys can all get to know us better. So right now, we don't know what the questions are. We're going to open the document now and hopefully they're good questions and you guys can enjoy this podcast.
Okay, let's get started.
Okay, so the first question is, what is your background?
So my background, Alysha's, is I'm Hindu Punjabi, but I was born and raised in Canada.
And I was born and raised in Canada as well, and my background is Sikh.
Okay, the second question is, what is your horoscope? So I'm Cancer. I'm born June 24th, and I'm on the cusp of Cancer and Leo, and I got a little Gemini in me too from my mother.
Okay, I don't know that much about my horoscope, but I'm a Taurus. My birthday is on April 24th. I don't know what other parts I may have in me, but that's all I know. Okay.
I will tell you though, Taurus and Cancer get along really well, hence why we're besties.
Okay, that's good to know. Question number 3. What is your relationship status? So I am in a relationship right now, a serious relationship. My boyfriend's name is Tim. And yeah.
My relationship status currently is I'm married to my husband, and we've been married for now, we're going on our 4th year, but we've been together for 8 years.
Wow, time flies.
Oh yeah.
Okay, question number 4. Where do you live?
So I grew up in Brampton, and I currently live now in Oakville.
And for me, I was born in Scarborough and then grew up in Markham for about 10 years and then moved to Brampton, and I'm hitting my 10 years in Brampton now. So shout out Brampton.
Okay, our next question is, question number 5. Do you have siblings? So I have a younger brother. We're 10 years apart, and he just turned 21 in January.
And I have a brother, and he's 10 years older than me. and yeah, that's the only sibling I have. Question number 6. What is your favorite food? So I love Mexican food. Mm-hmm. Burritos, tacos, bowls, enchiladas. So I would say my favorite food is Mexican.
I have to say my favorite food is, although I do love me a good burrito bowl, I love Greek food.
I knew you were going to say that.
I love chicken souvlaki and Greek salads. They're amazing. Okay. Question number 7. Why did you start a podcast?
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like for Raman and I, it's kind of funny because when we first brought up the idea of the podcast, we both had it in the back of our minds, but we were thinking of doing it alone. And then we felt like it would be stronger in numbers, and we thought we could really strive and be able to be stronger in our voices together, as our previous businesses have shown us. So I felt like the podcast was a way for us to get out there and really speak our truth, really help the younger generation, or our generation, especially younger girls and women out there that need guidance or want to know that there's someone like us and like themselves out there too, to help them, give them that extra push.
Absolutely. When we were younger, we didn't have podcasts to listen to, or all these motivational outlets that we have available now, and I wish we had something like that when we were younger. So it is definitely something that we want to have out there to encourage other women and have women empowerment and support each other. And yeah, like what Alysha said, we were both wanting to do this alone, and you know what, that idea just remained an idea, and I think we were able to do it. We were stronger in numbers. We knew that we could actually get this done together, and because we are so compatible, this would work out perfect for us.
Definitely. So I think it's a great outlook for anybody that wants to hear anything, you know.
Okay, question number, where am I? 8. What is your first business together? So, Alicia and I do have another business that we do have together. I have been doing a side business with event decor, sorry, not event planning, decor for about 4 years. So I had my decor business, and then Alicia one day told me that she wanted to start an event planning business. And I was like, great, I'll totally support you. Let me know what you need help with. And then one day she kind of just asked me, like, do you want to do this together? And because I was already in the wedding industry, I was already really passionate about it. I was like, why not? Why not start this as well? So we have our business called Unforgettable Events.
Yes.
And my decor business, I rebranded when I actually started. It was Customized Event Decor. And in 2020, rebranded to Unforgettable Decor. And last year, we did start our photo booth business as well, which unfortunately, due to the pandemic, wasn't really a great start, but it's still something else we started together. So we have our brand of Unforgettable. We'll leave our links in the bio so you can check us out on Instagram.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so our next question is, what did you study and what career did you pursue? So I studied human resource management in university, and then I went on to do 2 certificate programs at Ryerson University that were also involving leadership and management. And then the career that I pursued was human resource and payroll. So I am not a number person by all means, and I really hope my boss does not hear this. I actually am not strong at math at all.
There's a joke. There's a joke about why HR people don't become accountants. It's the ones that are not good at the math.
Yeah, literally. That's me. And yet here I do payroll. So been doing payroll for a few years now. So it's kind of funny.
Similar thing with me as well. I did human resources management at York University, and after that jumped right into the HR career as a recruiter, and still working in the HR field and also doing payroll. Alicia and I actually learned payroll together at the company that we met, and we're still working full time in those fields, and until further notice.
Until further notice. Okay. Okay,
question number 10. What is one common myth for your profession or field that you want to debunk? Oh, interesting. So about HR. Okay, let's give one about HR.
Okay. So I feel like you kind of touched it there when you talked about payroll. Personally, I'm not saying no HR professional is respected. We definitely are. But I do feel there are times that people in organizations feel that HR kind of does nothing, or they push buttons.
That's a big myth. For sure.
So I feel like that should be debunked, because I personally look at HR as the glue to the foundation of an organization. I kind of feel like recruitment, from the day you start your package of when you're hired on and when you're negotiating your salary and getting a contract, that's all started from HR, and it ends even when you terminate and you do an exit interview and you walk out the door.
For sure. And a lot of companies out there, what HR is doing is also looking at your career progression as an employee. So, HR is also working with your managers to see, okay, you're here now and this is the next move for you. What skills are you going to have to develop now, or what courses or what steps are you going to have to take now to get to that next step? And those are discussions that managers have with HR about your career progression. So definitely. I mean, HR, over the years, I know, even when I started in HR years ago, I feel like it wasn't highlighted as such a significant department as it is now. So I do think as times have improved, people are seeing the importance of HR as well.
Definitely. And I actually feel like there's not enough males in
HR. Yes, we need more men in HR.
Yeah, so that might be another myth, that they think it's a woman's department, but it's not.
Yeah. So you're absolutely right. I mean, I have worked with males in HR, but not majority of it.
It's always been female.
Women.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Okay, question number 11.
How are you surviving during the pandemic? Oh, that's an interesting one.
Yeah, I mean, surviving.
Yeah, we're here.
We're here. We're alive. Yeah. We're surviving.
I think we're most thankful for our health. Raman and I have not, are in immediate families have not gotten COVID, like knock on wood. So I mean, I'm very thankful for that. I feel like
I feel like I'm used to it now.
yeah, I feel like it's the new norm already, carrying your mask, your sanitizers around. And then I already always carried sanitizers and always washed my hands. But I am a more diligent person now. Like, I feel like now I need
More
Lysol.
aware.
Yeah, like I wipe down everything now. Yeah, it's just, it's more scarier than anything. I think scary times for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I do hope that, I mean, although we're getting used to this becoming the new normal, I'm ready for it to be over as well, so we can just go out and
Yeah, I think,
hang out with people without being afraid of,
yeah,
you know, yeah.
we miss hugs.
Yeah, we miss hugs.
Yeah, for sure. I miss seeing like our friends.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the one thing that's the hardest.
Yeah.
Not being able to see each other and, you know, just hang out and celebrate the celebrations. There are so many things to catch up on.
Yeah, like Raman and I would have celebrated our podcast. We like to celebrate all little milestones, and we weren't even able to do that for our launch party.
Yeah, it's been hard, but still surviving. Okay, number 12. What is one benefit you got from the 2020 during the pandemic? Okay, so I know people miss going out, but I am so thankful for all the time at home. And I know like it's been so rough for all those people who've lost their jobs, and it hasn't been easy, and for the essential workers that have had to go to work. But I'm just really grateful for all the time that I've had at home. I don't think I've ever been home this
I
much
don't think so.
in my life, like in my entire life. If and I don't even know if after the pandemic if I'll be this home like this much.
You didn't even eat that much.
I know, and now I eat at home all my meals, and I would have to be always on the go and ordering food. But I am just so thankful for all the time at home and spending time with my family and just being around them.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, I feel like I agree with Raman's point. You know, it's been more challenging for others for sure that have lost, you know, their jobs or anything like that. But more so for me, I did actually lose my job. I was terminated due to economical changes, and that was back in April 2020. And, you know, I've been working since I was 15. So that was like a huge change. And it was like, I had a little breakdown, not going to lie.
Yeah.
You know, it was like I've never not worked my entire life. So basically I had to adjust to that idea. But I think my family was my huge support, and friends and my husband, to the point that, you know what, Alysha, you need a break. You've never had one, so maybe it's time to take a break. And I was like, okay, so let me take the next few months. And it was summer, luckily. Yeah. So I did enjoy an amazing summer. And that's where I really, truly learned to deal with my stress and become a walker. And yeah, so it definitely, the pandemic really taught me to slow down and really think and put my health first.
Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. Slow down. Like, it gave us all an opportunity to step back and slow down and really appreciate those little things.
Pause.
Okay, number 13. What is one thing people misunderstand about you? Oh boy. I feel like, okay, so and maybe we can both relate to this. I feel like because we are so bubbly and cheery, and, you know, we're always there to help everybody, people forget that we have emotions too, and that we go through issues too, and like, I don't know, we have feelings too, so, you know, sometimes
we need
things
the shoulder
hurt.
to lean on too.
Yeah, like always being the person to give the shoulder sometimes needs a shoulder as well.
And I feel like for Raman and I, because we understand that about each other. So Raman and I, for all you that don't know this, we actually don't call each other every day. We'll call each other maybe every other day, but not every day. And we actually don't text. We actually send each other voice notes.
Love voice notes, everybody. Please do them. They're so good.
So hence why I was just suiting that we just start a podcast.
Yeah.
But we've been sending voice notes for like 2 years now, just because Raman and I do get very busy and life goes on. And because of our businesses, we always felt like we should have a voice note just to either update, or if we had a business need or something was really important, then we could just have it in the WhatsApp group. And that always helped us. So I feel like that really makes us realize that we needed each other as well, because we understand that part about each other. But we also love being there for everyone else too. But it can sometimes be hard when you might feel alone.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay, so question 14. What is one thing that scares you? Oh boy.
Oh, is this like physically? Because snakes scare me.
Oh my gosh, me too.
I'm terrified of snakes. I don't want to
Oh.
see it. I don't want to see it in a movie, in a commercial, anywhere. I just don't want to see it.
I don't like snakes at all. Funny thing, actually, my husband wants to get a snake tattoo, and I'm like,
Oh,
no.
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 But okay, other than
Physical.
I think failure,
Yeah, I think that's for both of us.
scared of failure.
For sure. And I think with Raman and I putting so much energy into our businesses, and not even just that, like our full-time careers, and, you know, having just life itself.
Yeah,
And
sometimes it does get busy, and there's that feeling of what if this doesn't work out.
yeah,
And I think those are the times that are the hardest.
For sure.
But it's all about moving forward, knowing that, you know, it's okay if you fail, because as long as you learn and there's a lesson, and a lot of people learn through failure. So if you didn't fail, you might have not learned any lessons. So
exactly.
yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
That's it. Just always keep going. Don't give up.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question is 15. Who had the biggest influence on who you are today? Okay.
Okay.
So I didn't always know it, but when I hit like maybe 22, 23, it's when I really started to appreciate my foundation of who I am and how I became who I am today. It's my parents, definitely my mom and my dad. They are the people that influence me. I can't just pick one because they both balance one another. My mom is you can kind of like say she's hot, and my dad is cool, and them together is like this great force, and I was born out of it. So I definitely have to say I am who I am today because of them, and I will always say that, because they've given me everything, they've taught me everything, they made sure I could have it all. And yeah, I'm very lucky to have them. So thanks, Mom and Dad.
Oh my God. Okay. So my biggest influencer on who I am today is my sister-in-law, Karen. Shout out. I love her as a sister. We actually tell people we're sisters. We don't even tell people we're sister-in-laws. She has been in my life for, I want to say, about 8 years, and and we live together, so, you know, it's like always having your sister there, always having your back. Ever since she's been in my life, she's told me that I could do whatever I want to do, and she has my back, and she'll be there to support me. And, you know, you need that person sometimes. Sometimes you feel like you want to do this, you want to do that, but sometimes you need a person to push you and just be like, you got this. Like, don't worry, if you need anything, like, I'm here to help you. So she was that person for me. She still is that person for me today, that tells me that we can do anything that we want to do. And yeah, I don't even think I would have started my decor business if it wasn't for her telling me that, hey, you can do this, because I wanted to start that a long time ago before she even came into my life. And it was just being alone and not having somebody to tell me that, hey, you can do this. She was that person for me, and she still is that person for me today. And we are those people for each other.
Right.
And you know, behind every successful woman is a woman.
That's
and
right.
she is that woman for me.
Yay, Sister Karen.
Yay. Okay, question number 16. What advice would you give yourself 10 years ago? Oh my God, so much.
Yeah, that's like a decade ago.
I know. All those blackout nights, don't drink.
Drink responsibly.
I think I would tell myself, I feel like, and I'm sure a lot of other people can relate to this too, but if you don't have that support system, like your parents were for you, if Karen wasn't in my life, if she was in my life sooner and I felt like I could do anything that I wanted to do, you do grow up most of your life thinking, hey, I can't do this because I don't have the means to do it, I don't have the money to do it, I don't have the resources, and you continue to go on like that. So I think if I were to go back, I would just tell myself, like, it's okay if you don't have the money to invest, it's okay if you don't have, you know, the resources, it's okay, you can do anything. Like, you can literally do anything. Definitely. And I think that's what I would tell myself if I was 10 years ago. That's what I would tell every girl now, like, that's younger, that I meet. And I still do if I meet somebody and you know, they're in high school, I'm like, listen, like, you can do anything. Do not think there's a limit. There's actually no limit. You just need to work.
Yeah,
definitely. Like, and that's what one thing that people think, like, oh, you know, it was magical, like people just became successful overnight. No, like it's work. So I would just tell myself, like, girl, all you got to do is work. And you can have hustle, work, and you can have it all.
I agree with Raman on that. I think I would tell myself that 10 years ago too. Kind of wish I started some of our businesses earlier, but then I wouldn't have met Raman, so we wouldn't have been as successful as we are today. So everything does happen for a reason, but truth to what Raman is saying, just leap. You know, what can you really lose? What are you going to lose? Unless you're putting a lot of money into something, then I financially understand. But if it's something just to get an idea out there, you can find the means and do it.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so next question, 17. What is one thing you do daily that makes you happy? Okay.
Oh.
So that's a good question. I feel like we get so caught up in life and we forget that, like, we're forgetting the purpose of happiness too. Along with working so hard and making everyone else happy and making money, we forget that we also need to be happy to live a full life, you know? So the pandemic definitely taught me to start doing this. And I would definitely have to say is, I'm going to say it's my walks.
I was going to say walks too.
My walks make me very happy.
Yeah, I feel so much better on the days that I go for a walk. And
Definitely.
that's just sad now because this is what's exciting us these days.
Like,
but...
and even it's wintertime here. And so if anyone knows Canadian winters, they are brutal. And I never used to be a walker. I actually hated walking. But I can proudly say that majority of 2020, I started walking back in March 2020 with my husband, and there's been times he was part of the walk or not, but we walked consistently almost every day. And then even till now, we've been walking throughout the cold of the winter, and then we just recently stopped because I sprained my ankle. So we are trying to get back to it next week, hopefully. But the walk's just being around nature, and like breathing fresh air and filling your lungs. And like, there's times I've taken my AirPods with me where I want to listen to something or a podcast or an audible or music. And then there's just times I want to hear him speak or just hear the surroundings. And I think our favorite walks have been in the summertime. We've done like these beautiful nature trails. So walking definitely is a great way to make you happy. It's something you're doing for yourself and your body.
Absolutely. I think before the pandemic, my answer would have been different.
Oh, yeah.
But the one thing that makes, well, two things I'm going to say actually, because the one thing I can't live without is my mother's tea. Oh my God. It makes, if I don't have my mother's tea, I will, like, the day is just not right. So, but I make good tea too. So even if I have my own tea, but like tea just makes me happy.
Too much sugar when you make it.
Yeah, but I love it. I love it. Everybody loves my tea. But yeah, these days it's been the walks, and I was never a walker before, never a runner. But in 2020, I started going outside, and I'm proud to say I've been consistently wearing my Fitbit for, I want to say, like 4 or 5 months now.
That's
and,
amazing.
you know, I'm trying to hit those 10,000 steps a day. And it's one of those things that if I do it, it makes me happy. I feel like I have accomplished something, and it's just, it's a time for me to go. My walks are alone because I'm not married yet, but it's my time to go take a walk, get some, and now I've been trying to go for a walk during the day because it gets dark and nighttime by 5 o'clock. So I've been trying to go for a walk during the day so I can at least go outside and get some fresh air and listen to a book or a podcast and just have that. I feel like it's a little bit of time for myself. Like, it's just me, myself. I can just reflect on things or think about things. So, yeah, definitely the walks.
Definitely.
Number 18. What is your hardest task of the day, and how do you overcome it? Who is coming up with these questions? So, I'll start.
Okay, go.
And we might be opposite, but, like, my hardest task of the day is working out because I don't do it because I like it. I do it because I do it for the health. And, you know, there are days where I do it and I'm like, you know, I feel really good after. It's not that it doesn't make me feel good, but it's just so hard to do, to get up and go do it. So I've been trying to, like, for me, I work out in the mornings because the longer your day goes, the more time your brain has to not convince yourself out of it, like to give your like,
that's true.
It's true. Like, the more time in your day goes by, your brain is gonna be like, oh, I have to do this, I'm tired, I have to do this. Like, your brain will literally come up with excuses. But if you do it like right when you wake up and work out, and it's just your hardest task is done.
That's
so
true.
that is why I work out in the morning. And I have noticed like days where I tell myself, oh, I'm going to work out in the evenings, the probability is like really low.
Definitely.
That I might do it.
I get it. My hardest task is laundry. No, I'm joking. Mind
Of
you,
the day.
that's a struggle. Of the day, I'm gonna be very honest, and this is something I'm trying to work on. I feel like my day, the 8 hours I spend at my job, and then in between of doing anything for anybody else or what else I'm doing, I'm constantly talking or emailing. That can feel exhausting. I'm sending voice notes. I'm like taking phone calls. Is coming home and trying to put that aside and kind of be open-minded for my husband to be his like output for him to talk to. And that's something I'm trying to work on. It's become a very difficult task that I don't want to just shut down when I come home. And it's not fair.
You still
to him.
want to have energy and still want to have that time
And
with each other.
be able to let him talk about his day and being open to it. So that's something I struggle with, and I'm trying to work on that. So definitely a hard task. So number 19, how do you handle your stress?
Well, why don't you
boy.
start?
So if anyone that knows how I am, I've always been a stress ball. And with the 2020 pandemic and losing like my job, well, not losing, but being let go, I really learned to deal with my stress. And I'm someone who usually would have stressed over every little thing. I like to have control, and I feel like Raman does too, but she doesn't stress about it. I do. And I had to really let go. I had to learn to let go. I had to learn to take a few moments and breathe. So I really got into meditation in 2020 and listening to a lot of like Zen music. A lot of it originates from like the Hindu culture as well, but a lot of yoga, spiritual music, and just things to calm my brain. So I start every day in the morning with one of those kind of like slow mono music just to start my day to de-stress. And when I do feel stressed, I either go for a walk or I do some breathing exercises. So I've gotten really good at doing that right now. And yeah.
Those are good. Those are good stress relievers.
Yeah.
How do I handle stress? If it's stress that's related to I need to get a lot done, like it's that type of stress, then honestly the only thing that will make me feel better is getting it done.
Okay.
Like if I have like A, B, C, D, E, F, G like thing to do and I feel like I don't have enough time, and sometimes you don't have enough time in the day to get it all done, but the only way I feel like I will feel better is just getting it done and doing whatever I can and reducing that to-do list. That will make me feel better. And then in life, I think I don't like responding or reacting right away.
Yeah,
so
you're good at that.
If something is stressing me out and I really want to like message somebody or say something, I'll like really be like, no.
Yeah.
And I'll wait, because your brain, the way you might feel right now is not how you might feel like 10 hours from now. So I really like to give myself time and just like let the day go by and see if I still feel how I felt the next day or in that moment. So and you know, most of the times you don't feel that way, you know, you're angry in the moment or you're stressed in the moment, but and then talking about it, you know, if like for example, if I need to tell you something and if I don't tell you, it's gonna stress me out.
Exactly.
So I think like as soon as I'm really like, I just need to tell you, I just need to talk about it, just kind of like how I need to get the stuff done if that's what's stressing me out. I just need to get it out of my system so that way
You've been clear.
I've been clear, but also taking time to like reevaluate everything and be like, am I really stressed about this, or what can I do to make it better?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think that's good ways too.
Okay, so we're coming up close to the end. Number 20. What do you do in your free time when you're not working?
Oh,
I want to sleep.
Raman loves a good nap.
I think sleep. Oh, if it's summer, I will literally be at the beach every moment that I can. It is the happiest I am, and that helps me with stress too. Like if I'm having a stressful day, just go to the beach and just relax and have a wine in a can. Yeah. And I think I just love going to the beach and just hanging out there.
Okay. Yeah, you do love your beach time.
Yeah.
You will always find Raman at the beach
I don't know.
in the summer.
I don't know about the winter, but the winter I'm sleeping.
In my free time, I definitely love snuggling up to a really, really good book. But sometimes I need a break from like business oriented or self care books. So I really like to read thrillers.
Nice.
But it's got to be like those, like, I don't know.
I love
like
thriller movies.
Yeah, I don't like thriller movies.
I love
but I can do a
thriller
thriller book
movies.
because I know it's coming.
Yeah.
And I can read it and the process is different in my mind. But
Yeah.
if I watch one, I close my eyes. So
Oh my god.
I definitely love a thriller book. I like some rom-com books, but I like to escape from reality that way. So definitely love doing that in my free time. I love listening to other podcasts.
Yeah.
Audible books are another great way to get some reading done quickly in a day.
Especially if you don't have
multitask.
time and
Yeah.
you're able to listen more than read, for sure.
Definitely. But yeah, I think that's, and love cooking.
Yes.
That's something I've definitely started doing in my free time. I find it very therapeutic right now, and
Nice.
I like to find new recipes.
I wish I could say the same, but
Eventually.
okay, last question. Question number 21. What are you currently binge watching on Netflix?
Oh my gosh.
What are you binge watching right now? 'Cause-
Okay, and this is so not like me. So I'm not into The Crown. I'm not into historic things.
Okay.
But I am binge watching Bridgerton.
I was gonna say, are you binge watching Bridgerton?
And because I found it was by Shonda Rhimes, I had to. And oh my gosh, guys.
I'm going to watch it today.
You have to.
I was going to start it yesterday,
It's like passionate.
but I was so tired, and then I just
It's so passionate. It's so good, and it gets better as the episodes go on. It's very modern, and it's like the music is violin,
Yeah.
but it's songs of our generation. So you'll hear them. There's like Maroon 5, and there's like Ariana Grande. But guys, the passion and like the, SEX. Oh my gosh. It is so hot.
This is
It
not
gave
what
me
kind
butterflies.
of show that is not the kind of show I thought it was.
Me either.
Okay, so I know what I'm watching today. Honestly, I've been having such a busy 2 weeks that I have not sat down and watched.
Oh no.
Yeah, like I have not been watching a show, so I'm usually on my laptop working. So I've literally been watching this like sitcom called Superstore.
Oh, I saw it.
It's just because I just need something to be playing in the back that
Yeah.
even if I don't pay attention, it's like I'm not losing out on something crazy. Like
Right.
and they're quick 20-minute episodes, and it's literally just been playing in the background as I've been working on my laptop.
Is it good?
And then last night I was like, okay, I'm going to start Bridgerton.
Oh
So I was
my
like, I'm going to
gosh.
start it. And then I was so tired and I was falling asleep, and I didn't make it through. So maybe today.
But I'm gonna tell you the first episode. I know you, so you just need to get through the first episode.
Okay, fine. I'll give it a chance. I'll watch
And put on the subtitles. I feel like it's better with the
I
subtitles.
like watching all things with subtitles.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, I've recently
Yeah.
started doing
Yeah,
that.
Tim and I watch all movies, shows with subtitles. It's just like, I don't know. It's just so you...
Understand it more, right?
Yeah, because sometimes when they're speaking and you're like, wait, what did they say? But you can't say that with the subtitles.
It's true.
Yeah, so definitely yes for subtitles. Okay, these were amazing questions. Thank you to our friends for coming
Yeah.
up with these questions.
I really like them. Good job, guys.
Thank you. And thank you everyone for listening.
Yeah, if you guys like this, make sure you follow us on Instagram, because we might do a part 2, and you can actually send us some of your questions that you want to know more about us on there via DM, or we'll do like a live question on there before our next few podcasts, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll leave our Instagram name below so you guys can check it out. And also, our podcast is up on all the podcast platforms, but if you don't have any of those downloaded on your phone, you can always check out our YouTube page, which we are also posting our podcast on, Level Up with Raman and Alysha.
Yeah, and we're also on Spotify, Apple, and all the major podcast forums.
Yeah, and if you guys have any questions or comments or have any suggestions on how we can improve, because we are starting off on this as well, and I'm sure there are a lot of things that we can improve on, or you guys have topics that you would be interested in having us talk about, you can definitely email us as well at ramanandalysha@gmail.com.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thanks again, guys, for tuning in.
Thank you. See you next Wednesday.
Bye.